When it comes to creative writing, why there is so much of demand of creative writing is because we don't want our children to just learn the answers and write it or use English language with limited vocabulary, with limited expressions, because English is a universal language. And all the students, they must be able to express their feelings with this foreign language. See, it's very easy for us to express ourselves in our mother tongue, right? In our mother language. But when it comes to foreign language, because we have limited vocabulary, we're not able to express ourselves. So, with the help of creative writing, we want our children to be equipped with more of more ideas to express themselves. And for that, vocabulary plays a very important role. So, how this all can be taught to children in an interesting way. Now, tell me, how many of you think that there is a fear, there's a phobia of communicating in English, which stops the child from expressing himself or herself? Tell me. Have you
Ma'am,
felt? Yes, please.
I think the kids who have not started speaking since, uh, since young, when they were small, they have a lot of fear that how will they speak, if the person in front of them will laugh on them or not, and many other fears they have. But if we push them, if we guide them correctly, then we can make them confident for speaking fluently in English.
Yes, anybody else would like to add something? Have you ever experienced that your child just did not speak anything because he had to speak in English? Yes. Have you ever experienced this? And see, this way, it would be little difficult for me to interact with everybody keeping the cameras off. I can understand if somebody is traveling, but if I keep my camera off and then I teach you, you won't be able to get my points, right? So I want to look at your expressions, and it's okay even if you are doing something in your kitchen, whatever, keeping your camera on and you can communicate with me. So I'm asking, have you ever faced any such situation where your child did not answer because he had to answer in English?
Yes, ma'am. It usually, actually, I am a teacher. I am a pre-primary teacher, and I have seen lot means many times that children, they know means they are aware of the whatever if you are asking them, but they just back off because of the language English, because their mother tongue is something else. They are either from English, this thing, Hindi speaking or Marathi speaking background, and they are not so fluent in English. They cannot express themselves, so they don't want to give a try also.
Yes. Just let's take an example. If I ask a child to speak a few lines on a given topic, okay? Now, most of the children will hesitate to speak. Now, can you all tell me what are the reasons behind this um, pullback? They don't want to come up. What are the reasons? Yes,
Yes,
Rupali.
yes. First is lack of vocabulary. Second is confidence, and yeah, that is main factor.
Grammatical mistakes. They make grammatical mistake and they lack confidence in that.
Yes. So basically, they are not equipped with sufficient vocabulary and they are not confident about grammar. That makes the child hesitant. And the other reason is also not giving much exposure. If the child if he is of shy nature, definitely he won't, if even if he knows, he won't speak. So we have to give platforms, right? But to come up to speak verbally, before that, if the child is comfortable in writing or penning down his expressions, his feelings, or whatever ideas he has, if he's comfortable in doing that, don't you think that if you first write it down and then when you speak it, you're more comfortable? Yes. So that makes the need of creative writing, where the child first gets comfortable in penning down his emotions, his feelings, his ideas, and then if he or she will be definitely more confident in his verbal communications, his or her verbal communications, right? Now, for an example, we will be starting with scratch, and we will take the examples of very small kids first. So let's take example of grade 1, grade 2 children. If you give them, what can be the common topic you can give as an extempo where they can speak few lines? What common topics do you give to your child?
Myself,
Yeah, myself.
about pet animals, whatever.
My family, my mother.
Yes, simple, these are the topics. Now, the children can face difficulty if they do not have good vocabulary, firstly, or if they're not able to frame the sentences. Right? Even if I have a good vocabulary, but I cannot frame sentences, I'll not be comfortable speaking. Okay. So, how would you teach sentence framing to a child, which is the basic thing? Those who have done my last course, which we did, uh, English speaking for kids, they can answer well. How do you teach them sentence framing?
About see the picture, first of all.
We talked about phrases. First thing is
Okay.
need to teach them phrases, expressions, right? Yes. So
Yes.
before coming to creative writing, you first need to train them for phrases. Now, those who have attended my training, can you all answer what are phrases? How you can change the references? Can you all give me some examples? You were discussing today in the chat also.
I can see, I like.
I can, I sing, I will, I
I
do, and
Now,
so on.
can you try putting references? Change the references, the later half part. How would you change that?
I like to play. I can
I
see
like
a
to sing.
Yes, so like I
I
like
like
to sing.
like to dance.
Yes,
can see a bird.
okay. So this is one example. Can you give some more examples so that others also have a clear picture?
We will go to park. Then you can read. This is a pen.
It's like
These are books.
Yes,
All sentence start with WH. Who, when, what, how.
yes. So basically what you are doing is you are training them to frame sentences, expressions, right? If they're comfortable doing that, then for references, as we discussed, for references, we need vocabulary. For vocabulary, you can have flashcards. So let's do an activity. I want you all to show me something from your room. Let's do it as an activity. Whatever you have, everyone has to show something, 2 or 3 things. So Rupali is showing a marker.
Market.
Yeah. Whatever is around you, can you all show? So whatever you are holding is your references, right? Now you
I have
pick
to
up
have.
one expression and who can make sentences. So these all are your vocabulary and one expression. What expression you can use? Can you have one expression here? This is a, right?
Marker.
This is a marker. This is a brush. This is what
Bag.
you are holding?
Eraser.
Bag. This is a
Tab.
bag.
Eraser,
See the
pencil.
magic.
Table.
You just told them this is a, and now all of your students will start speaking. Just a minute before, they were not confident in speaking, but you gave them clue. You showed them some objects, and they know that it's a pencil. This, but they were not confident in how should I speak it, and you gave them clear idea. This is a, and now everyone has to say. So everybody is speaking in your class. This is a pen. Now you will see the energy of the children completely opposite. The silent kids will start shouting. They'll go and get everything which they have and they will start speaking. This is. So, what was lacking before? What one thing we had to do so that they started speaking? What one thing?
Sentence formation.
Clue.
Vocabulary.
Expression,
Expression with clue.
Expression.
right? Now, let's take one other example of an expression. Can you give me some other expression? Yes?
Quiz. That.
Sorry?
That. We can use that.
Or anything else? Like we can have can you? Let's now for can you. Now you will do some action. Okay? Can you? And now you will do some action. Can you run? Then
Can
you
you come
change-
with me?
You will
Yes.
change the actions because with this expression, we need action words, right? So instead of showing them vocabulary, you can do some actions. It becomes very easy. Now all of you come up with your sentences. We have an expression, can you? And we can have various,
Clap.
can you
Can
clap?
you clap?
Can you help me?
Yes,
Can you go there?
very
Can
good.
you nod your head?
Yes. So this is the basic, right? From here, the child will feel confident to speak, to write some sentences. Now you can give some picture composition where the child will start writing also. Okay. Now, today I have shared many resources with you all. So out of that, this is 365 creative writing prompts. Now, why do we need these prompts? Okay, let's look at them. Outside the window. Now, creative writing first needs creative thinking. All the children are not able to think creatively. They are not very sure about the ideas. And just now what we did, we gave them clues, we gave them hint to boost up their confidence. So here, if I ask everyone to speak or to write about outside the window, okay, so you will have to give them clues, like what is the weather outside your window doing right now? If that's not inspiring, what's the weather like somewhere you wish you could be? Okay, so we need to give, when we talk about creative writing, we need to give them prompts so that they start thinking about something. When I say, just tell me or just write outside the window, the child is not writing anything. Now, all of you come up with some ideas. What ideas will you give to the child so that he develops the confidence to write outside the window? Yes. What clues you would like to give to your children?
Look
Ma'am,
at
we
the
can
back,
give
you
starting.
can see.
How many trees are there? How many animals? Can you show any animals?
I
Yes.
can
Can
see a
you show any
beautiful
boys? Can
flower.
you show any object?
How is the weather?
Yes. We will ask questions and those questions where we know that the child knows those answers. We'll ask such questions which we are confident that the child can give the answer. Can you see a tree? Can you see clouds? Can you see the sky? This is how you will, and then you will ask, what all can you see outside the window? Then now here, what expression will be coming? I can see a big tree. I can see a road. I can see the sun. I can see. So this is creative writing. Without expressions, without the first part which we took, this will be difficult, right? This would be difficult. So we cannot directly. Now, most of the times what happens, we directly come to this point. Creative writing, give a prompt. Giving a prompt is not the solution. The child is not confident. He has not done the root work, right? The foundation is not laid. First, we have to teach that. And then only we can expect the child, right? So I have given you 365 creative prompts. Now, today we will not do much because a few participants are not able to join. I'll just discuss whatever I have shared with you so that today you all have to just explore that all the resources which I've already shared with you. Just a minute. Wait a minute, there's some problem. Okay. By the time you all can discuss what creative prompts can be. Although I have given you 365 examples, but you can also suggest some creative prompts. Yes.
Can you draw circle? Can you draw square? Whatever.
These are not prompts. Prompts means you are actually asking the child to think about a situation which has not happened in real. That is creative thinking. So you are giving a hypothetical situation to the child and he has to imagine. Okay.
If you are a bird,
Yes.
think if you are a bird.
Yes. Or
If I would have a tree.
Or fairy, doll.
yes. Now, if
If we go to a park,
the first example which I gave you was not hypothetical outside the window, that was something real where he could see the pictures. But again, he has to think, right? And here, these are hypothetical situation. If I was. Now, tell me what clues you can give to the child. What clues you can give to the child? If you tell the child the hypothetical situation, like if I were a bird, okay. So what clues you will have to give so that the child can write?
Color, size.
We can tell them story and then think about that bird and write the things.
What I
We
can
can
do
write.
tripping ball.
First, we will have to connect the child with the idea, right? First, we will have to connect the child with the idea. Why we are giving this idea? If you were a bird, what would you do? So first, we have to talk about the idea. What a bird does.
Fly.
Yes? So we have to talk about the bird.
Birds के body parts.
Yes, he or she should first have some basic vocabulary about the birds. What is the basic vocabulary about the words? Birds. If the child will have to write something, he will use some words, some vocabulary. So what all words are related to bird?
Wings,
Birds body parts.
wings,
Yes. Color.
The
Wing.
birds
What all
has
they
wings, body.
what all they eat, where they live.
Yes. So we cannot give the prompt on the first day. First day we'll do the brainstorming. This is brainstorming where we will talk about that situation, or if it is any animal or bird, we will first have a brainstorming. Have you ever seen a bird? Ask them questions. right? We will talk about that topic, and every child will have enough of the vocabulary words related to that particular idea, right? So that is the um, base which we want them to be prepared with, and then use this base in the next class to write something about this situation. Okay. So today I have shared the resources with you all. I just want you all to open these. So these are 365 creative writing prompts I have shared. Then I have shared list of writing journal. So please open that also and just go through all the examples. This I will be explaining what is climax, what is rising action, what is falling action, exposition. This we will be discussing tomorrow. Okay. And then we have short stories which I have given you. So you have to see them. Then I have shared with you story building, characters, what is setting, what is plot, what is construction, and what are story starters, and what are fables. So today, what you have to do is just open these PDFs, have a look, and then tomorrow, yes, from tomorrow we will start working on these one by one.
Ma'am, that 365 creative writing, we need to purchase that.
No, don't click there. Go down. It is already there. You don't need to purchase.
Okay, ma'am. I'll